With just 4 days until the 2026 World Cup begins, two major host cities have seen sudden outbreaks of violence. In Kansas City, a shooting over the weekend left 9 people injured. This incident occurred just 4 miles from where the England national team is based. Meanwhile, in New York, a stabbing at Penn Station during peak transit hours left 6 people wounded. The attack took place directly beneath Madison Square Garden, just as the venue was preparing for heightened security ahead of the NBA Finals. These separate incidents represent a physical security gap in soft zones, just as global crowds arrive for the tournament. This map shows the footprint of the tournament, with 78 matches scattered across 11 different cities in the United States. With only 4 days left on the clock, the coordination required to secure a network of this size is under immense strain. The combination of physical violence and an immovable global deadline is testing a security infrastructure that was not built to handle this level of pressure. While the East Coast deals with violence, Los Angeles is facing a crisis at SoFi Stadium. Roughly 2,000 hospitality workers here have overwhelmingly authorized a strike, which could halt operations just as the first matches are set to begin. This chart shows how the highest regular seat for the U.S. opener against Paraguay purchased on primary and resale markets, leaving the tournament's opening match with rows of empty seats. The push for higher profit margins and the breakdown in labor relations are now actively affecting the operational viability of these venues. These logistical issues are being compounded by geopolitical conflicts that are now reaching the stadium perimeters. Protests over FIFA's flag bans and active war tensions with the host nation have already led to 5 top federations questioning their participation in the tournament. At the same time, the leadership responsible for managing these crises is preoccupied with a bitter legal dispute. Former UEFA president Michel Platini has launched criminal and civil proceedings against current FIFA president Gianni Infantino. The organization responsible for navigating these civic and political emergencies is instead focused on these legal battles, as the past and present leadership face off in court. Pulling back from FIFA reveals the ultimate backstop of American public safety, the Department of Homeland Security, currently struggling under its own internal failures. DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin is overseeing the security of 78 matches, despite publicly admitting he has never watched a soccer match. This timeline shows a 76-day government shutdown that froze essential DHS operations from February to April. It delayed $250 million in FEMA security grants for host cities and stalled counter-drone defenses, leaving perimeters vulnerable to airborne threats. Political dysfunction has systematically dismantled the federal protections that were supposed to be in place for this moment. Street violence, labor strikes, and a compromised security shield are all converging as the final countdown to kickoff begins. The evidence suggests that, operationally, the host cities are not prepared for the pressures of this tournament. With exposed soft targets and mounting geopolitical tensions, what happens to the fans when that whistle finally blows on Thursday?